Hello everyone, I am Tara the Fox, and welcome back to more Let's Play the Red String of Fate. So, a nice little update I want to say real quick about this. So I took a small break from between Luke and Aaron before continuing on, and I actually found out something. This game is no longer available on Steam. Now, I was able to get this game. It was for free, and it was pretty enjoyable, but unfortunately, due to the writers and the artists, they split up and started doing their own thing. I'm not really sure why they closed down the games. Maybe they just couldn't agree on how much portion goes to who, or whatever. But the people who worked on this game have split up. They're no longer doing their stuff together. But for what it's worth, I do hope they're doing their own thing. Maybe they get some other people, or maybe they have other interests they want to do. So I wish them the best of luck, because this game is actually pretty fun. It's actually pretty enjoyable. Again, a lot of reading, more than choosing, but not too bad. It's really not too bad. With that said, I do hope you guys enjoy watching these, because I do showcase these and hoping people might be interested in purchasing these or playing them. So the fact that this is no longer available, sorry you guys missed out, but I hope you guys still enjoy the videos. Okay? Okay, that's all I want to say. Let's get back to what we originally intend to and go to a party with Aaron, because this dictates which guy we fall in love with, and we just finished Luke. It's time to go on a party with Aaron! How exciting! In the end, it's the gleam of real desperation in his eyes that convinces me. He probably hasn't had much to socialize and party with friends in high school when he was so busy studying, huh? It probably didn't help that he was labeled as a giant nerd. I generally kept to myself in high school, but even I'm aware of his reputation as a geek, which I'm sure doesn't translate into popularity. This is probably a really new and important experience for him. I can't let him down. So I sigh and nod in reluctance. Fine, you win. I'll go with you. Yes! Yes! He grabs my hands in his elation, startling me. You're the best, Valerie! Thank you! You'll have the time of your life at the party, I swear! I'll pick you up from your dorm room at 6 this Saturday, okay? It's casual dress code, so just wear whatever. Thank you! Thank you! Aaron stares at me in earnest, his gratitude and excitement written all over his face. To my surprise, I can feel a blush rising in my cheeks, and I hastily pull my hands away. Well, you better not be late. Now we can go back to the topic at hand that we actually met up to discuss about. Oh, right! Yes, you're right. Of course, I'm sorry! He flashes me another giddy smile before calming himself with a deep breath. His expression grows solemn, and he turns on his laptop. Let's get started then. We should probably pick up where we left off last time and discuss the division of labor first. With that, the project meeting officially begins, and the matter of the party leaves my mind for the time being. It certainly isn't my usual scene, but maybe it'll be a good experience for both of us. It's college, after all. Time to try something new for once. Yeah, that's a spirit. I bit my lip and look around, my fingers clenching over my elbow. I'm in way over my head. While I knew I'd regret agreeing to come here, I didn't know the feeling would flood me so soon. If the red strings that cloud my vision are nightmarish for rendering the actual people and furniture practically invisible, they're nothing compared to the music and people. The pulsing beats are so loud they've been slicing on my ears since we were 3 blocks away. Meanwhile, I'm sure dozens of drunks have accidentally smacked into me in a few seconds I've been inside. I'm not sure if I feel more claustrophobic or concerned. How are the cops not here yet? At this rate, I'm certain they'll barge in and tear gas the entire house. Soon. I glance towards Aaron, and the deer in headlights expression on his face is the one thing that consoles me, if only barely. You sure you don't want to leave? Aaron feigns a balk at my suggestion, dramatically lifting his hands, palms forward. Me? Leave? Never. This place is my element, Val. I'm only prepping myself for the hours of fun to be had. I stifle a laugh at the way his blood has drained from his face. Aaron's a pale guy to begin with, and until now, I never thought he could get any more ghastly. As you wish, but if you ask me, you look just as worried as I do. I didn't expect such a crowd as all, but I'm sure I'll be fine. You're fine too, right? I mean, I did drag you here, but if you really want to leave... Winking, I take a deep breath. A second passes before I'm able to make myself shake my head. Well, I can't bail on you just yet. You wanted to experience a party, right? I won't steal the experience from you. Thank you, Val. Really, you won't regret it. I'll make this the best day you've ever had. Thanks, Aaron, and good luck. Shrugging, I gently nudge his shoulder. But tonight is all for you, not me. If you found a pretty girl, just approach her. I can wing woman for you. You can leave me alone for the rest of the night. Just signal me and I'll vanish. I'll be more than happy to go back home alone and sleep the weekend away. Aw, Val, no! I could never ditch you like that. You came here for me, and I refuse to let you leave without me. While I should probably be flattered by his comment, I'm mildly annoyed by the implications. After all, I want to get out of here, with him or alone. A part of me hopes he gets all the memories he's ever wanted tonight, but another bigger part of me desperately clings to the hope that he'll get sick of this place in the next 2 minutes and leave me already. So, is there anything in particular you wanted to do? Anywhere you wanted to go? We're currently on the first floor, which is, of course, the busiest. Most of the people here have already met their date for the next few hours, and they desperately need to get a room. But the rooms are probably full already. For the first time in my life, I'm almost grateful for the strings covering my eyes, and I can't help but wonder if the music is so loud precisely because it needs to cover up the sounds of the barfing and moaning. Well, You didn't really think about it, huh? How like him to be enamored, consumed even, by an idea, yet know nearly nothing about its details. I'm sure we'll come up with something perfect once we're drunk enough. Come on! Dude, no. I'm not letting you drink. You're a little kid. I'm offended. I'm not a kid at all. I'm 17. I barely have a few months left until I'm legal, you know. Legal drinking age was 21 the last time I checked. Oh, really? Shocking. I'm sure the laws have changed since then. Yeah, I'm sure they have. Since when do laws change so flippantly? Once we get drunk, the laws won't even matter. Said every drunk person in the whole universe, I'm sure. Anyway, I actually know for a fact my great-grandparents were Spanish immigrants. Did you know Spain's legal drinking age is 16? Yeah, well, welcome to America. Bearing Native Americans whose ancestors weren't from some country abroad. Besides, when you're in Rome... Stick to your customs. Blood is thicker than the laws of some lame foreign country. I'm impressed by my wisdom. Not even going to respond to that. Oh, come on, Val. I do understand if you don't want to drink anything yourself, but I can handle my liquor. I promise. Sure you can. Sure you can, Aaron. Have you even tried liquor? I never had him pegged as the type of guy who went out drinking frequently. He seemed slightly offended by my question. Of course I have! I slide him a suspicious look at his overly defensive tone. Are you sure? Yes! I just haven't drank in a while, not since that one time 3 or 4 years ago when my parents let me take a sip of their overpriced vodka. Well, that explains it. I sigh and cross my arms, trying to restrain my urge to shake my head and laugh. Well, it's not like I can stop you if you want to drink. Only a little though, alright? Drunks make for sore company when you're sober. Well, I plan to be for the rest of the night. Thank you very much. I'm sure nothing could go wrong, but it's the best to be careful. Even too careful. Yep, of course. Don't worry. We walk over to the center table, which is littered with tubes of makeshift punch and stray bottles of alcoholic beverages. I fumble along clumsily, for although my mind knows the strings can't impair my movement, my muscles are slow on the uptake, and Aaron slows his pace to match mine. Are you alright? I'm sorry if I'm pushing you. I really am, and we totally can leave. No, I'm fine. Don't worry so much. You sure? I have something called a backbone, Aaron. I wouldn't have agreed to come if I didn't feel confident doing so. I just feel a tiny bit lightheaded from forgetting breakfast. It's nothing to worry about. I didn't forget my breakfast. I would never. But Aaron doesn't need to know that. If you say so. Tell me whenever you want to leave, though, and we will. Of course. When we finally get back to the table, a strawberry blonde girl grins and waves at us. Aaron, you're here! Yep, we're gonna go with that voice, cuz why the hell not? Oh, Irene! You're here! I mean, of course you're here. It's your birthday! It's nice seeing you! Both Irene's and my eyes widen at his sudden mumbling. Her expression quickly shifts to a soft smile. However, while I force my face to freeze least, I reveal my amusement with an obnoxious loud snort. Thank you. I'm so glad you made it, Aaron. Who's your company? This is Val, my friend from high school. Yeah, that's right. Valerie, it's nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you too. How are you two enjoying the party so far? It's perfect. Thank you so much for the invitation. Super happy to be here. Sighing, I rack my brains for ways to help Aaron out. A question comes to my mind, although it's not particularly good. So, Irene, are you doing anything else for your birthday? Something with your boyfriend, maybe? Aaron's face contours into the saddest expression ever at the word boyfriend. Well, hopefully her answer will lift his spirits up. If not, at least he'll know to aim for someone else and not waste his time pining after a taken girl. Haha, hope not. Nothing with my boyfriend. I don't have one, nor will I ever want one. She looks at Aaron as she says this, so she knows. Takes every restraint I have not to slap my forehead. Aaron looks positively distraught, although he forces a laugh that's uncomfortable to watch. Yeah, of course! I see. I lean back slightly to take a cursory glance at her finger through the countless strings already flooded my vision, wondering if her string status has something to do with this. Licking my lips, I force an uncomfortable smile when I finally see. She's just like Aaron. Broken string. From how faint it is, I'm sure she's never met her soulmate. I mull over the implications. While Aaron's broken string has left him helpless and quick to fall in love, it seems Irene's has left her uninterested. Irene giggles, snapping me out of my thoughts. I'm not married either, you know. You don't need to keep staring at my ring finger like that. She lifts up her hands and wiggles her fingers, a teasing grin on her face. Oh, that's not what I was thinking. I know, I'm kidding. Hey, if a pretty girl ever proposed to me, I won't refuse. Ah, I'm starting to suspect that Irene goes for the other team. Irene winks at me before shooting Aaron another apologetic smile, and I shrug. I swallow. Oh, so you're... Never mind to my theory, then. I feel a pang in my heart at the fact that Aaron, like Aaron, she'll never be able to marry her soulmate, even though she'd probably want to if only she knew. Unlike the rest of us, yes, the rest of us, myself included, their love lives will be lacking, and they'll never even know what they're missing. Hey Irene, we're gonna set up the party poppers! Come join us! I looked to the source of the voice, my eyebrows raised. 3 guys and a girl were waving at Irene, their faces flushed from the alcohol. Before I could say anything, Irene trips up, echoing my thoughts. Party poppers? When and why did you guys bring them? Like 10 minutes ago. I didn't know Irene wouldn't. Why wouldn't we have? They're awesome! Possum! Jesus Christ. The two guffaw and high-five each other like that's the most intelligent thing they've ever said in their lives, and I'm almost amused at their stupidity at best. As long as you guys walk there and back, no drunk driving. Yeah, mother, we've not 12. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you guys still would have drove there anyway, like a dumbass as you are. We bought some of that Vinoc stuff too for you. With your money, Irene. Shut up, genius! Anyway, it's the orange one, your favorite. Come here already, do you want some or not? Irene snickers, then chuckles to herself before she turns back to us. Again, it's great having you two here. Catch you guys later. Yeah, see you in class, Irene. See you. Ugh, not gonna lie, Irene's voice is hurting my throat. Ugh. She waves with her fingers before she strides over to her group of friends. Soon I hear her chastising them in between giggles. I return my focus to Aaron, who has been suspiciously quiet next to me during this exchange. His eyes dart away from mine, and I bit my lip, unsure how to recede. Hey, you okay? Perfect! Fantastic! Okay? Why wouldn't I be? I'm better than okay. You're rambling. I really don't think you're... Aaron takes a deep breath and shakes his head, his smile sheepish, but sad. Maybe I'm not. But that's what parties are for, right? I'm not quite following his train of thought, but I'm too wary of hurting his feelings further by asking him if he means parties are for getting rejected. Apparently my expression reveals my confusion, however, because Aaron shrugs and begins to explain. For being all moody in the beginning, only to drink your sorrows away! I mean, I guess. Just don't overdo it. Don't worry, Val. Moderation in everything. We've been talking about this since the beginning. For good reason. If you die from liver poisoning, you could tell me you told me so when we meet in the afterlife. It's all good. I slap my forehead and groan as he scoops a shot of the jungle juice for himself. Steady. Just a sip, alright? He nods, then takes his tiniest sip from his cup before returning his gaze to me with the most pleading puppy dog face I've seen in my life. If I have more, will you kill me? I snort at his antics, shaking my head. I'm not against drinking, Aaron, so long as you're careful. Of course you can have more. Aaron shrugs before responding. Nice! Thanks, my guy. I won't disappoint you. So he says, only to drink the entire shot in a single gulp. My lips begin to part as I form a retort in my head, but he's already reaching for more as he hacks into his sleeve. Aaron! Well, I'm being moderate. I won't get wasted from a single shot. Coughs punctuate his speech, and his face is already turning a tomato red. Probably more from the fact that he's probably choking on this vodka mix than the alcohol itself. No, but at the rate you're going, I don't know if you'll realize how much you've been drinking until you're black out. He swallows yet another shot before I can say or do anything else. Aaron, no! I reach out to restrain his arms, but he manages to evade me and snatch 2 bottles from the table. A Jack Daniels and a sake. Who brought sake, of all things? If not for the situation at hand, I chuckle at the thought. Frustrated, I rub my forehead with a groan before I refocus on Aaron. Aaron? He jolts a little when I call for him, stumbling for a good second before he slowly manages to regain his balance. Was it, Val? I groan. Again. Listen to me before you drink anything else. My voice almost escalates to a shout. I climb up, sucking my lips in, and my eyes dart around the room. Nobody so much as glances at us. The music and the crowds are loud enough to drown us out, and everybody's too immersed in their own intoxicated shenanigans anyway. For now, at least. Aaron uncaps and takes a swig from the Jack Daniels, and I'm only barely able to restrain him a moment later. His wrists struggle against my palms, and I grit my teeth, tightening my grip. His inebriation has made him much weaker than he would be, which I guess is one good thing. And an irrelevant thing, why would I need to grab him if he weren't getting drunk out of his mind? But Val, the world is so much happier, eh? His words were so slurred that I have a hard time understanding him. I frown. Drinking doesn't make you happier, Aaron. Just more focused and miserable the next morning when you're throwing up in the toilet. Speaking of which, I don't know if I'm more surprised or relieved that Aaron hasn't started throwing up yet. Hopefully he doesn't at all today. You don't know that, Val. Aaron, you can't even speak right, and I doubt you'll even remember anything that happened here when you wake up tomorrow. You really need to calm down and slow down with the drinking. I'm perfectly calm, Val. Come on, pick one and take a sip yourself, okay? Just a sip, a tiny, tiny sip. Yes, a sip. Did I say tiny? This time, Aaron pushes his hand towards me rather than away from me, and I take 3 steps back to steady myself. Aaron? No! Val, your life will turn upside down and pretty. You'll feel all loved and fuzzy and warm, and you'll never want to get sober again. Ever again. Like, never, ever, 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 ever. I've been drunk before, Aaron. I know what I'm refusing, and I have no doubts on the matter. Aw, are you sure? Huh, kinda surprised that Val has actually drunk before. Positive. Are you super duper positive with a cherry on top? Make that 5 cherries? No, 100? That's not even a saying. Trying to stifle an exasperated smile, I rolled my eyes at him. Yes, Aaron, super duper positive with 100 cherries on top. Your face is redder than mine has ever been, and I was get freaking Asian glow. Asian glow? You glow? You're an alien? No, I just mean I get red really fast when I... Hey, everyone! No, please don't shout. Everyone, we got an alien over here. Val's an alien from, like, Asia. But an alien Asia. Bearing a muted chatter from deeper inside the house and every pounding music, the room almost goes dead quiet for once. Almost for the briefest of seconds. Then a cheer and a series of random shouts erupt, so loud and cacophonous, my eardrums nearly burst. Oh my god, a real-life alien? Yes! Wait, how do we know it's not a hoax, though? Does she have proof? Yeah, show me your antenna. What do you look like human? Take off your mask. Christ, did someone serve weed brownies before we got here? Or are they just trolling me? I refuse to believe drunks can be this obnoxious. Or gullible. I look around in frustration and notice that most people are chuckling quietly in subdued amusement. Even many of those who cheered, clearly not drunk enough to believe Aaron's delirious shouts, but not nice enough to help as a handful of people crowd around me. Screw them. Screw them all. What? No, I'm not an alien. I'm not even the synonym... I'm not even the synonym is immigrant type of alien. I was born here, okay? That's what all aliens say. What? No, guys. I know Valerie's pretty dang cool, but don't harass her. Thanks, I think. I'd probably be more grateful if he just hadn't started this ordeal for me. Wait, look how she is, like, imprisoning the poor guy with her hands and stuff. She's an evil alien. I shake my head, too exhausted to retort. Okay, Aaron. We're out of here. Oh no, Missy Alien, you can't just leave! He gruffs at me, and I duck and straight away backwards, dragging Aaron with me. No, I won't let you leave either, Val! Leaving is bad! You gotta make friends, like me! Let's be friends, Val, together! And with these humans here, you like humans, right? Aaron, no. Leave with me. Now. You're ridiculously drunk and... I'm not drunk, Val! Not drunk! Am I drunk, guys? You human guys, you actually know what drunk even means. You're drunk, hon, but not that drunk. You're like perfectly drunk. See? Listen to her. She knows what's up. Aaron? No. I'm just gonna pull you out of here if you refuse to leave with me. I don't know if you got an ounce of restraint in you, and I don't even want to think about what you'd get yourself into if I let you stay here alone. Aaron pouts and hops down, his back flat against the floor. His wrists are still in my grip, but only barely. His veins almost look like they're popping from the way Aaron continues to clutch so tightly on the alcohol bottles as if they're his savior. Can't take me if I lie down, eh? Eh? For a brief moment, I consider letting Aaron stay. If he wants to make mistakes that will haunt him for the rest of his college experience, if not his life, I should let him. If he wants to dive off a table thinking he's Superman, I should let him. If he wants to drink too much and die of toxicity, I should let him. Taking a deep breath, I shake my head and reevaluate my priorities. Calm down, Val. Even if he's an obnoxious little butt when he has an ounce of an alcohol in him. Okay, even if he may or may not be somewhat annoying constantly, you need him for the school project. Yeah, think of the bigger goal here, Val. Bigger goal. Yeah, that's a good motivation as any to keep him alive. Think about your precious GPA, Val. For a second, I wonder if I'm drunk too, realizing just how morbid my own thoughts are, but then decide that I don't even care. It's been a long day. I'm getting out of here, and Aaron's coming with me. As the commotion continues around us, as the people cheering continue spouting whatever crap they could think of about aliens from Mars, I silently, steadily pull Aaron towards the door. Irene and her group of friends take this moment to distract the crowd with a deafening series of pops and hollers to celebrate her birthday, and the drunkards switch their attention to them instead, making my escape much, much easier. And here we have the little party. And dragging Aaron's ass out of here. I see her wink from the corner of her eye, but when she sees Aaron lying on the ground, her eyes widen into saucers, as do the eyes of anyone who's sober enough to see us as anything other than alien and captive. But they love you! Trust me, this isn't love. I've seen love. True love with my own two eyes, thanks to the red strings. I speak between pants. Aaron is heavier than I am, and carrying him to the exit makes me feel like death. Even so, this is probably going to be quicker than letting him walk with me, considering how drunk he is. He can't even stand right, and I swear he collapsed face first on the ground if he tried to walk any faster than a snail can. Red string? I guess, belatedly realizing what I've said. It's a good thing Aaron is too drunk to pry. Although I said nothing major, the words slipped out of without my thinking about them first, and that's not good. I need to be careful. If anyone realizes I actually believe soulmates exist, they'll think me immature. If I try to explain just how I know the truth, they'll drive me to the nearest mental institution. Man, it'd be cool if those red string thingies existed. From the legends, right? I want to hope they do. I freeze for the heartbeat at his words, and I resume pulling him outside. A heavy, leadened sort of pity swallows me down. Red strings of fate do exist, but I don't think that's something I want Aaron to ever find out. While Aaron may fall in love with women in the future, none of them will be perfect for him, and he'll be perfect for no one. He and others with broken strings will be lacking where it matters most. Although they may not know it, they'll subconsciously be pulled towards their real lover, the people they will actually completely belong with. Ah, so this sounds kind of similar to Luke's situation, with him and his big ex. The only thing they'll have going for them is their ignorance. They won't consciously know just how much they're missing out on, although a part of me wonders if that only makes things worse. At its core, fate, and the concept of fated lovers, is inherently a blessing. I want to believe that, and I do. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder, can't help but fret. For all his pleading and hopes, true love will forever be lost to Aaron, to others like him. Could the broken strings, the lack of true love, really be all that await their fates? And once more, majority of the choices that you are given, it doesn't really matter what you choose. Except for the last, I believe Aaron's route is 3 choices. The last 3 choices matter and dictate which ending you get. Till then, nothing matters. He deserves better. He deserves better. Everyone does. I love the fact that soulmates exist, and every night I dream of the day I will meet mine. He's bound to be incredible, and we'll be with each other through thick and thin, basking in the perfection of our relationship. I just know it. But the details... Are the details really fair? Among those who have soulmates, some of us meet our true beloveds when we're only children. Others meet them with mere years, months, even days before death inevitably snips the string. And then there are people like Aaron, like whomever was on the other side of a string. People who never get to meet their soulmates, who will always feel hollow in their hearts if they decide to pursue relationships. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense that something so all-knowing and all-foreseeing as fate itself could have failed to account for those with broken strings. But there's nothing I could do about it, so I shake my head and continue tugging Aaron outside. He needs to go home, drink a gallon of water to prevent the migraines, and get as much sleep as he can. Both of us do. Finally, we're out of there. I stretch and a small joyful sound escapes my mouth. Yes, we're finally done! I roll my neck back, and the popping sounds make me both grossed out and weirdly pleased. Then, for a good moment, silence fills the air. Thanks, team. Only the PowerPoint left. His voice is uncharacteristically weak, and I lick my lips in awkward discomfort, only to chest myself for the feeling. If anyone should be nervous, it should be Aaron. I have no reason to fret. But today's the first time I've seen him after leaving him with some Uber driver after forcing him out of the party. Although he did send me a series of apologetic, still half drunk texts the next morning, and we texted each other curt, to the point messages about a meeting placed earlier today, we haven't really talked about what happened. His uncharacteristic lack of bubbliness isn't helping. We've certainly been a lot faster than I anticipated. His voice sounds somewhat stilted. He slides a glance at me as he brushes the hair out of his eyes, and it's obvious we're both thinking the same thing about a certain boy who would normally be chattering away in excitement and glee right about now. It's all thanks to you guys, really. All the brilliant ideas, finding resources from God knows where. Again, silence. Luke chimes in after another beat of unbearable hesitation, and I certainly thank him 100 times over. And you're a very speedy writer. It's thanks to you, too. From the hesitation in his voice, it sounds like he's used to doling out compliments. But at least he's trying. Yeah, thanks. Luke looks down at his phone, and when my phone vibrates a moment later, I realize he sent me a text. The party obviously didn't go very well. What happened? I briefly considered texting him the details, but the details aren't particularly interesting, so I don't bother. Aaron was obnoxious, yes, but aren't all drunks? It's not like he killed a man. Besides, Aaron doesn't even remember most of what happened from what he's texted me, and it feels almost petty to tattle to Luke. Nothing major. He had more alcohol than he anticipated, but that was all. Alright, just wanted to check, since both of you look incredibly uncomfortable right now. Both of us? No, just Aaron. No, it's both of you, although Aaron is in significantly worse shape. Uh-huh, if you say so. With that, Luke rises from his seat and lifts his backpack onto his shoulders. Well, I have to go meet someone now. We can decide our next meeting place through text. Yeah, see ya! Bye, Luke. Talk to you guys later. He strides outside, and Aaron and I are left to talk to each other alone. I'd be fine with it if it weren't for the way he's fidgeting nonstop in his seat and failing to look at me properly in the eyes, probably from embarrassment about last night. Now that Luke, who was sitting between us, is gone, there's a huge gap between Aaron and me, now that I find myself closing by wheeling my chair towards him. After a few more seconds of the unbearable silence, I decide to say something. We're acting like toddlers. I'm sorry. We speak up simultaneously, and after a slight hesitation, I chuckle lightly. You have nothing to be sorry about, Aaron. I do, though! I thought you blacked out. You said you didn't remember anything. No, I didn't, but Irene does. You asked her? A part of me is impressed, even though I shouldn't be. He was sober when he was rejected, and from the expression on his face back then, I'd have thought he never had the balls to speak to her again unless absolutely necessary. I don't say that, though, of course. Val, of course I asked her. It wasn't hard to realize I must have done something wrong when I woke up with half the day's worth of memories gone and immediately began reaching into the closet trash can. God, I'm not going through that again. That makes two of us. It should be obvious that I'm merely teasing him from the way my lips curve into a slight smile when I roll my eyes, but Aaron just nods so solemnly that I can't help but groan. I didn't remember anyone else from the party, so of course I asked Irene. I thought about asking you, but, well, I'm glad I didn't. Seriously, you didn't do anything. If I was pissed off, it wasn't necessarily because of you. I guess, but I did promise you I would drink in moderation, multiple times! Making my fool of myself talking about aliens or whatever, then dropping onto the floor so you couldn't make me leave? That's a new low! He chuckles to himself, but there's no levity in his voice. Irene had videos. Wait, what? She took videos? No, not her, but some of the others posted clips onto their Snapchat stories of when you were taking me outside. Oh, wow. Yikes. Aaron shrugs, biting his lip. Yep, that's the fun part about parties. You can record wherever the fuck you want, upload it onto the internet, and it's there forever. It ain't going away anytime soon. Isn't our day and age of technology so fucking fantastic? I think most people were happy when I finally left, so thanks for that. And for, preventing me from doing anything stupid. It's fine. What are friends for, right? He nods, but he still looks so downcast that I find myself nudging him, trying to cheer him up. Hey, do you think you'd get me a copy of the videos? Aaron cracks a tiny smile, which I take as a small victory. Absolutely not. Come on, not even a sign of your gratitude? You have no idea how much I suffered for you. His smile fades and I mentally berate myself for saying the wrong thing. Really, Val, I'm sorry, I didn't know I'd be that much of a pain in the ass. I didn't even know it was possible to get drunk that fast. Well, you build up a tolerance first. That's how it works. Okay, whatever. Not on normal drinks, I don't think, but you have to remember, you had shots from their tubes. You can't trust just whatever concoctions people serve at parties. Could be straight Everclear for all we know. I guess. I wasted your time though, I'm sorry. I'm sure you'd much rather have spent it working on a project with Luke. Our time, and I won't say it was wasted, just spent on a new experience together. Not all experiences can be great, you know. The important thing is that we had those experiences at all. Oh, I guess. He's still unable to meet my eyes, his lower lip between his teeth. Oh, ow. I gave him another slight nudge with a teasing smile. Besides, you could have been worse. So much worse. I don't see how. For one, you didn't throw off all your clothes and start dancing on a table. That's oddly specific. Was that what your first experience was like? What? Oh god, no! Right here it's relatively common. Right? There's a newly kindled spark in his eyes as he speaks. He clearly doesn't believe me, even though I'm telling the truth. I roll my eyes, refusing to feel the fire. Whatever. Anyway, you didn't get into a fight with anyone either, so that's another plus. Look at you. All injuryless. Injuryless? Stellar diction. Aaron manages a weak laugh. Okay, Val, okay. Aaron forms a half-hearted grin at me. Well, lesson learned. I'll be much more careful next time. Next time? There's a next time? Don't worry, Val. Now that I know how terrible I am, I won't be dragging you with me. And I'll make sure to actually exercise some self-control so I don't make too much of a fool myself. That's good, I suppose. Don't die, okay? Especially if I won't be there to rescue you. I'll try my best, but no guarantees. I feign a huff, but quickly glance at Aaron to ensure he's alright. Thankfully, our banter seems to have cheered him up some, and he's no longer as stupid as the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But still not in great shape, but he's better. I glance sideways at Aaron's screen and find that he's already closed out of the document for our team project. Color-coded text fill my vision. When I try to read it, I find that none of it makes sense. It's code. Having fun with that? I wish. I'm not quite masochistic enough for that. What are you working on? Just intro stuff. It's probably going to bore you, since it bores me to tears and I'm in the major. Do you not like the class, or just the project? Aaron shrugs, puffing air into his cheeks briefly like a chipmunk. Maybe a bit of both. It'll probably get better as I get into higher level classes, but meh. Fundamentals are nice and all, but we can't really do anything with it, so what's the point? I can't tell if you're ambitious or unmotivated. Definitely both. I think the two words are mutually exclusive, Aaron. Still, definitely both. I roll my eyes and cross my arms, suppressing a smile. If you say so. What do you want to do with your degree anyway? I don't even know what careers are there, but I'm sure there are quite a few. There are plenty for journalism, and it's supposedly an almost dead-end major. Supposedly. I tisk at the words, knowing full well that my life would be just fine with a degree, and Aaron smiles. Game design. Indie, corporate. I don't care. As long as I'm contributing somehow to the creation of games, I'll be happy. Ah, so we definitely have a video game nerd here. Oh, that suits you? That's for sure. Aaron beams at my comment, eliciting a giggle from me. I think so too. Games make the world go round, and game designers are the true heroes among us. Well, I think that's pushing it. You just haven't played enough games to understand how magical it is. Games save lives. Is that anecdotal? What? Anyway, games save lives, said Val. So you've said. I stifle a laugh and Aaron feigns a huff. So is your goal to save everyone's life, one game at a time? What? Well, sure. Yes, of course. My long-term goal, though? Oh, what now? Do you want to become a dictator or something by making games? Great goal, by the way. Super realistic. Shush you! Well, I really am curious, even if I'm teasing you. My long-term goal is to make a game that will bring my wife to me. Wait, what in the world? Well, he really is obsessed with the thought of dating, although I can't blame him since I know about his string. I briefly wonder how the strings actually work. Can they affect personalities and dreams, or do the strings simply predict the future, albeit only to a limited extent, and predict which people will be compatible in the long run? Or hell, could it be possible that the string assignment is random? Maybe the strings just have the ability to tie two people together and essentially force them to love each other regardless of actual compatibility. Now this is an interesting theory. Like, the strings just magically force on your finger and then a great power of force forces you to love each other, regardless of whether you're good for each other or not. That's an interesting theory, and I like that. Aaron speaks up again, distracting me from my futile, aimless thoughts. One day, an awesome, beautiful, sweet girl is going to play my games and think, man, this guy is a blessing on earth. I crow at that, probably way too loudly. Aaron nudges me with his elbow, grinning from ear to ear. Okay, maybe not quite the last bit. Thanks for the vote of confidence, though. But anyway, maybe this fangirl will seek me out, fall in love with me, and marry me. And then she'll love games so much that she'll, be a game developer too, and we could be the power couple of the century. She'll be my, what was the word? Soulmate. I stop laughing and freeze in my seat. Well, the dream is impossible for him, and I know he's kidding, so I really shouldn't fret, but it's clear he does strive for a solid, everlasting romance of sorts. I bite my lip, wondering how to respond when I know he'll never find the perfect soulmate he deserves. That everyone deserves. I shake my head. I need to stop thinking so much about the fates of those with broken strings. It's none of my business. Okay, good luck with that. Aaron stutters a little, perhaps feeling awkward about my sudden curt reply in an uninterested tone. And you? What about you? Any romantic fantasies? I force out a weak chuckle. What should I tell him? Don't respond seriously, be honest as possible. Be as honest as possible. I obviously can't tell Aaron the truth, but I guess I can tell him grains of it, and that's enough. I don't know, Aaron. Soulmates don't exist, of course, but if they did, I think I'd want to seek out mine myself, no matter what. I force a smile. Thankfully, it must look more genuine than it feels since Aaron grows less tense. Yeah? Well, you're much better than I am. Me being lazy bum myself. Well, we'll see, won't we? It would suck if my soulmate was searching for me at the same time, though, wouldn't it? With us constantly on completely opposite ends of the world. You guys would still be fated. One day, you'd find each other, and the journey would feel that much more worth it. Yeah. This time my smile is genuine when it broadens. Yeah, you're right. I hear a jingle from my phone and I fumble to find it and turn off the noise. It's my alarm. Sorry, Aaron, it's time for me to go. He nods and immediately stands up, his fingers remaining above the keyboard. Should I walk you out? Nah, you're good. You have a project to finish. Good luck, Aaron. Yeah, thanks. You too. See you next Monday, right? Yeah, that sounds right. See you. I turn around and begin to walk away when Aaron's voice rings out. Val! I turn around and, if I didn't know any better, I'd think the slight flush on his cheeks was him blushing and not just the lighting in the room. Thanks for, cheering me up and stuff. And dealing with me being pathetic and not being mad afterwards and, giggling, I shake my head. Seriously, don't sweat it. You're fine. With that, I turn back around and walk outside, dreading my shift just a tiny bit less than I normally do. And with that, I think we'll call it a day. Alright, save? Sure. Alrighty. Quite an interesting episode. But I am Terry the Fox, you are the viewer, and I hope to see you next time.